Hey guys, and welcome to another video, and today it is the 1-year anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online, and I mean the service is actually kind of getting good now. There is some obvious flaws that I'll touch on later, but it's generally a pretty good service. Back a year ago though, it wasn't really good at all, and most of the year up until about this month, maybe last month because of some other features they added, it really wasn't a good service. There was few good things that they did, and most of the stuff was not really worth like buying into, except you had to buy the online service to play the online games. So let's first touch on the NES games. They only added like 2 or 3 a month. 3 was generous, and they did add 20 from the start, which was pretty good. But NES games aren't really like games that have a lot of replayability. Sure, you could speedrun them, but I mean, they get old fast, and they're not really like... I'd kind of almost say some of them are boring, because I've played them a million times on other virtual consoles, such as the Wii, Wii U, and 3DS, as well as the originals too, obviously, but at this point they kind of gotten old, and I know obviously they're gonna have to put NES games on here, because basically every Nintendo console past the Wii has NES games on it at this point. Even the Game Boy Advance had some kind of NES collection on it, but sticking back with the Nintendo Switch Online, it really was lackluster with the NES games that they were adding, like 2 to 3 a month. That 3 was being generous, and there were games not really that wouldn't really take much time, like Donkey Kong 3. Sure, that's a good game, but it takes you like 5 minutes to complete it. And then other games like Wrecking Crew, that doesn't take you that long to complete, and then what are some other ones? I mean, there were a couple long ones. Zelda 2's fine, and then Kirby's Adventure, obviously a classic, probably one of the best games on there, along with Zelda and the Mario trilogy. But like a lot of the games on there were like really short games, and they weren't really in-depth games like Kung Fu Heroes. I mean, I just played that game a couple times, and it's really weird and just out there and boring. It's really not worth your time playing. But now they're adding they already added it, but the Super Nintendo games, they have a lot more depth and replayability. At this point, the graphics were powerful enough that you could make a full big game, and then that would take you like more than 10 hours to complete. And a lot of the games on there are really fun, like Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Kart, even Stunt Race FX, one of the 3D games, along with Star Fox, and then there's Super Metroid, which is a really good game, Link to the Past, obviously, and then even some of the smaller games they have in there, and they also have the Kirby's in there too, Kirby's Dream Course, and Kirby's Dream Land 3. There's a lot of good classic games in there, and it's gonna take you a long time to complete all those games, and I feel pretty satisfied for a few months with these games. But the thing that they're doing is, I don't think they're gonna really add monthly games anymore. They're gonna do it at a different rate, and maybe faster, maybe slower, probably slower, knowing Nintendo. Nothing against you, Nintendo. I mean, like, usually the Switch Online was kind of baseline when it came out. It was just kind of the standards, not really, well, below standards. It wasn't even like really a good online service. So I mean, like, of course there's gonna be some kind of catch when the Super Nintendo games are added, but that's fine, because there's so many games on the Super Nintendo library, even though it's just 20. 20's still a lot for Super Nintendo games. And it's definitely gonna hold me over for a few months, like I said earlier. And then some other features with the online service that are good is Tetris 99, which was one of the first really good features they added past the NES games. and it was a really fun experience. And I mean, like, the base game alone, without the themes and extra DLC alone, is actually really fun. And it's probably the first traditional Tetris game on the Nintendo Switch. And, well, I mean traditional Tetris being, like, just Tetris, not like the Puyo Puyo Tetris or whatever that is. I mean, this is just, like, normal Tetris. Tetris 99 is just normal Tetris. And it's a really fun game. I mean, probably one of my, favorite Battle Royale games at this point. And, much better than, Fortnite and PUBG and Apex Legends and all those other games like that. And, well, I'm kind of being funny about that, but it really is pretty fun, and it's a fun experience, especially with those new themes that they added in every month, and then the new themes with the 2.0 update, with the Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, and all those other themes. It's kind of looking like the Tetris DS at this point, which had like the Mario themes and Zelda themes and stuff like that. It's looking really cool, and it's a really fun game. The only problem I have with it is that the paid DLC. I really think that should have been free with Nintendo Switch Online. Like, knowing at that point when they added the paid DLC, the service was still lackluster, and it was still missing out on a lot of things. And the Switch Online service is actually generally getting better with the SNES games, Tetris 99, and then also that free trial thing that they did. And yeah, that free trial thing was actually really cool. I already own Mario Tennis Aces, well, prior to that, but it would be cool if it does some other games, like let's say if a new game comes out, you can play it for a week, and then you could like maybe get a discount on it. I wouldn't say a new game, but maybe like a game that's a few months old, like let's say Fire Emblem, Three Houses maybe, or Mario Maker, or something like that. I already have Mario Maker, obviously, but some other games would be good also, and maybe like a choice of a few games you could do for the free trial thing. That would be really cool. And the Switch Online is generally getting better. I mean, like, when it first came out, it was unacceptably laggy, and I mean, I couldn't believe back then that we were paying for like $20 for a service, even though it's cheap. I mean, still, we were getting like below average online speeds, and we were like getting a lot of lag. But now I think Nintendo has been improving the systems a lot, the peer-to-peer a lot, so we're getting a lot better like internet and games and a lot less lag. And yeah, it's generally improving, but a few things that really need to be fixed with the Nintendo Switch Online is that stupid smartphone app. I don't even know why they still have like a smartphone app that they're using with like the Nintendo Switch Online voice chat. I mean, it's really stupid, and I don't really think they have any reason to do it like right now. I think they should use some kind of messaging system within the Switch, maybe like a chat system where you can chat with your friends, kind of like Discord, or just add Discord to the Switch, or Skype, or something like that. But I think it would be really cool if you could chat with other people on the Nintendo Switch by going into their profile and going like, hey, do you want to play Super Kirby Clash, or do you want to play Super Nintendo Entertainment System online, or something like that. And it would be really cool if you could like chat with them, and then if you plug in a headset, you can talk to them on there, and then you can do like actual voice chat on the Nintendo Switch, and that would be really cool. That's really the feature that really needs to be implemented into the Nintendo Switch Online. That's probably the only thing that's holding it back from being a really good online service. And it would actually live up to the competitors if they added that one feature in. And that one invite thing that they added on Update 9.0 is really good. I really think it's a step forward with the Nintendo Switch Online also. Even though it's little, I think it's like one step closer to messaging and then also voice chat, and maybe a few other little features would be good too for the Nintendo Switch Online. A few other special offers. That's one thing that's good about Nintendo Switch Online, is that there's a lot of good special offers. Like, well, I think the Tetris 99 would be one, and then, like, all these little things that you get for free, the free trials and stuff like that. And they're gonna keep adding on to that, which is really cool. So yeah, that's a Nintendo Switch Online in 1 year. And I think it's actually decent. I'm almost kind of good at this point, but not really that good. It's just good enough to be good, if that makes any sense. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.